Hello, everyone, and thank you for being with me here today for this time in this space for you. My name is Dr. Mary Meduna Gross, and I am a human optimizer. My work is all about helping high performing performers shift from burnout, that burnout grit, into something that is much more sustainable, something that I call energy alignment. I combine neuroscience, nervous system retraining, and deep self awareness to help leaders stop performing confidence and start embodying it. Because real leadership doesn't come from control, it comes from clarity, presence, and wholeness. And so today's experience is one small and powerful part of that journey. So, before we launch into this powerful step on this journey, I invite you to take a moment. What is bringing you here today for this time? Now, if you've ever felt like meditation just doesn't work for you, your mind doesn't cooperate, your body can't fully relax, I want to start with this. You haven't done anything wrong, and there's nothing here to fix. Most high performers, and maybe this is you, have built their lives on the ability to narrow that focus, to push through discomfort, and to stay in control. And you've been rewarded for it by the results that you create, by the acknowledgement that you get for that, for the praise that you get for what you've done, by the contributions that you have made to others, and by your own survival. But what most of us don't realize is that this kind of focus, this hyper focused attention, is actually a defense strategy. It helps us block out distractions so that we can perform, but it also keeps our nervous system in that state of a contracted defensive state. And over time, that's going to come at a cost. It's going to be chronic tension, the inability to rest, high irritability, and disconnection from creativity, that sense of ease from your own intuition, not to mention disconnection from the other people that you really care about and love. So today's experience is all about reclaiming the spaciousness that gets lost in all of that control. You don't need to know how to meditate. You don't need to get it right. You don't need to fix anything because we're not here to still the mind. We're here to change how we relate to it. So, we're about to do a short guided practice that's based on a way of relating to awareness that I have found really powerful, not only for myself, but for my clients as well. So, I want you to think about this as a combination of two invitations. The first invitation is to stop doing awareness and instead be awareness. Just be. And the second invitation is to shift how you pay attention, not just paying attention with your rational mind, but I invite you to play with the possibility of what it's like to pay attention with every cell of your body. You see, we're scanned to scan for danger. Oh, excuse me, we're conditioned to scan for danger, where we want to know what's wrong, what needs fixing, what's next. And this puts us in that state of narrow, focused attention. We can retrain this by softening into space, feeling the sense of space in and around our bodies, which invites the nervous system to settle into this more open and creative state. You don't have to understand this. I'm just asking you to allow yourself, give yourself permission today to just notice and feel. That's why we're here, is to give you that space to notice and feel. And if you feel nothing after this, great. Thank you for checking it out. Maybe you can come back to this at another time, right? Maybe today is not the right time. Or maybe this isn't for you, and that's okay too. But if you do feel something, I want you to be tuned into that today as we're doing this activity, that awareness. I want you to be aware of what you're aware of. The other thing about this exercise is that it can be done in any way that you're comfortable, laying down, sitting up, eyes open, eyes closed, whatever makes you feel safe. Because the idea here is that this is an exercise. And the idea that if we practice in a more controlled environment where it's quieter, we don't have any distractions, we maybe our eyes are closed, it's easier to go inward when our eyes are closed and we're in a very comfortable and safe space. It's easy to really get into that experience and amplify it and really feel it at an 11, as one might say. But the idea isn't that we just enjoy this every now and then or whenever we give ourselves a few minutes. The idea is that we learn to operate from this state of paying attention all of the time. And so, again, while I'm going to encourage you to start in a more controlled way today, the idea is that eventually this just becomes the way that you operate. So, if you are ready, I invite you now just to breathe. Acknowledge that you're here and just you're here in your body. You're going to feel the body in a different way today. So as you reintroduce yourself to your body, just notice how your breath comes and goes naturally without even thinking about it. This is how much we can trust our nervous systems. It will breathe for us and it will beat our hearts for us. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to control it. We can trust our nervous systems because there's nothing here to fix. There's nothing here to control. Just allow your attention to continue to soften. And as you do, feel how supported your body is in your chair, by the floor, by the space beneath you. Just notice what it's like to be here without needing to change anything. Now I invite you to bring your awareness to space, not to a thing, but to space. Can you imagine feeling the space around you? Can you imagine feeling the space that is behind you? Maybe between your back and your chair. Can you sense the presence of that space? As you continue to sense the space behind you, expand your awareness now to the space that is in front of you so that you are simultaneously aware of the space in front of you and in the space behind you. And now that you are sensing the space in front of you and behind you, I invite you now, can you imagine sensing the space that your heart occupies? Don't try to picture it, just feel it. And just allow your awareness to rest in this space in your heart, while you're also continue to be aware of the space in front of you and behind you. Can you imagine the boundaries between what's inside of you and what's outside of you dissolving in space. Can you expand your awareness now to include feeling the space that your whole chest occupies? Sensing the space that your lungs occupy, and the space that your rib cage occupies. Just rest in this space. Maybe explore it a little bit. Is there any color? Is there any scent? Is there any movement? Now that you are becoming acquainted the space feels like around your body, in your chest, the disillusionment of boundaries between the inside and the outside, so the energy is flowing completely freely. Imagine expanding the energy now in awareness into your belly, into your torso, bringing to your awareness the feeling of space that your torso occupies. Can you bring awareness to the space of all the internal organs, the space between the organs? All of this space, allowing everything to operate optimally. Now your awareness is holding that sense of feeling of space all around your torso and in and between every organ in your body, the skin, the layers of skin. There's nothing there's more space occupies your body than physical matter. We are sensing that space. Feel the spaciousness inside your body, not as an idea, but as a subtle sense, like particles of space floating in space and surrounded by space. Now allow your attention to float into the space that surrounds your hands. Can you imagine sensing the space that your thumb is occupying? Sense the space that your index finger occupies. Sense the space that your middle fingers occupy. Your ring fingers. And now your pinky fingers. Feeling the sense of space in every digit. Now bring that sense of awareness of space to the palms of your hands. And feel not only the space that your palms occupy, but the space that they hold as they cup together. Your hands are amazing in that way. They are space and they hold space. Just allow your attention to be soft and wide and effortless. You're not looking for anything. You're simply letting it be as it is. Now feel the space that your whole body occupies. Your forearms, your elbows, your biceps and triceps and your shoulders. Feel that space. Feel the space in your feet and your ankles and your calves. Feel the space in your knees and your thighs and your hips. Feel the sense of space in your throat, in your cheeks, in your eyes. Feel that space that your brain occupies. And now that you feel your entire body floating in space, feel yourself as part of the room, as part of the space this room occupies. Just let your breath come and go. There's no need to guide it. And just notice what it feels like to be here without doing. Just being tuned into and sensing space. If your thoughts wander, let them. And redirect your attention back to imagining, feeling space. I'm going to be quiet for about a minute, just to allow you to rest in the space of space. I invite you to anchor yourself in this state by saying to yourself now, I am space, floating in space, surrounded by space. I am space, floating in space, surrounded by space. When you use these keywords, it will bring you back to this state effortlessly. Now begin to return your awareness back to your daily style of attention. Feeling your feet, your hands, your seat. Now feeling the material that you're made up of rather than the space between it. Notice the sounds around you and feel the fullness of this moment without needing to label it or to judge it. Because whatever happened for you today, I assure you, you did nothing wrong. There is no good or bad meditation. There is only presence. You are already whole. You are already enough. You are already here. Now, take a breath, maybe stretch or move gently if you'd like. What you've experienced here is a glimpse of a different way to relate to yourself. It's a way that doesn't require any effort or strategy or control. You may notice that you feel more calm now. There's more a sense of aliveness within you, or you may feel nothing at all, and that's okay. What matters is that you have experienced space and your nervous system noticed. So allow this practice just to become your new baseline because it's not about performance, it's about realignment. So if this experience stirred something in you, I'd love to hear about it. You can share your reflections in the comments or message me directly. And if you're curious about where this leads, stay connected. I'm going to be offering more experiences like this, each one inviting you to shift from control to clarity, from contraction to creativity. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my newsletter where you'll hear the updates when these experiences will be held next. I'll drop the subscription link in our comments below as well. Thank you so much for being here, just as you are.